Okay, this is gonna be my voiceover for the vlog. Hi! I had a hell of a week, and there's too much change going on in my life right now. I dropped my course load from 4 classes to 1. I'm gonna have to get a job as soon as possible once I get my car, which I'm getting my car before I get my license. What the fuck? I have to get my license within a month, minimum. Maximum, whatever, fuck, that's what I meant. I am on dating apps now. Gross. Because what do you mean that these people liked my profile and thought, I could do something with her? What? I don't even know you. Why is my brain like that? Don't go explaining asexuality to me. I don't want to know. I want a distraction. And I'm gonna go get one. I'm gonna decorate my room, one way or another.
What would you rather be, a lion or a panda?
Coach, I'm me. Why would I want to be anything else?
I'm not sure you realize how psychologically healthy that actually is.
Cheers.
Night court.
Going on a date. I'm going on a date. Why did I agree to go on a date? Who put me in charge of my life choices? Why did I do that? For fun? This is fun? No. Safe to say I'm a little nervous. I don't even know why I'm nervous. I know he's auditioning for me, but it's weird to go on a date with someone that I don't know anything about at all. I'm not used to that. I'm used to knowing someone, being in shared spaces, being like, hey, we're kind of cool, let's hang out. And then something happens where it's like, oh, we like each other. And then what happens next? Nothing good. So maybe dating is better. Like that one guy, crazy. No, before that, that guy, weird. I didn't want to date him, and he acted like I wanted to. And he did not understand, but we were just vibing because we made good friends. Other guy, didn't want to date him, got majorly manipulated into it. Such a stressful time, so weird. I was so not myself during that time, and I really don't like it. I feel like I lost that whole time, that whole summer. 'Cause I did. But I coped through being here. Not in a healthy way, though. So, I feel like that just delayed my success. But I experienced something, and I learned from that. And then another guy. I saw a future with this guy, and I so didn't mean to. I said, let's do friends with benefits, because you can't do a relationship like where you're not with other girls. I could tell. I knew it. He was a Gemini. So I said, let's do friends with benefits, not a serious relationship. We're gonna break up at this point. And then we changed the date of the breakup because we were gonna hang out more. And we changed it again. And for more detail on what I mean by that, we were gonna break up in the summer because he wasn't gonna be in town. And I didn't want to do long distance. And I told him he can't do long distance. He's gonna, well, I guess it wouldn't be cheating because it's an open relationship, but he didn't want to do long distance either. And so then we decided that, oh, I'm actually gonna stay with him in the summertime. So we're not gonna break up in the summer. And then we decided, oh, we might live together, potentially, on the table when the school year starts again. So, of course, I envisioned my future with this guy because I was building it. The thing about the future is that when you're building it, the brain likes to get creative and build it all the way. So I wasn't just seeing the school year, up to the school year. I was seeing more than that. And I was trying really hard not to. But it's like, you can't just half finish a building of the future. The brain wants to complete it. So it did. So I started to see this guy in places that I originally told him, you're not gonna be there. That's why I don't want this to be like a serious, like, long-term thing. Because you wouldn't make a good father. That is something that I've said to him. I was drunk. But yeah, I said he's not father material. And I'm right about that. Because he's not husband material. Because he isn't loyal. He doesn't know how to be. And that's pathetic. That he can't keep it in his pants. That he wants attention that bad. That he would betray someone that he says that he loves. What is your definition of love, sir? Because that's not... That isn't... You know? So... I'm in mourning. Because I'm mentally breaking it off with this guy. And I don't know if I'll actually break it off with him, is the thing. Because I can't just keep him around. There isn't any damage that's going to be done if I'm mentally checked out, right? Like, I'm over it. We're not what I kept envisioning us to be subconsciously. And I've brought that to the consciousness, and I've accepted it. So can't I just get the benefits again? Can't I go back to when he was slightly irritating to me all the time in a way that, like, made it possible for me to do friends with benefits? Because I was like, I can't care about you. You're too annoying. Is he gonna annoy me again in that way? Or is the next time that I see him gonna be just me completely melting back down? $1 million question. What is love? I used to write about it. I used to write that love is kind, and love is soft, and it's not pressuring. And love is like a newborn kitten. And love is like the sky with the perfect amount of clouds. And love is like getting ice cream on a hot day. Love is like all of these things that we associate pleasure to. In its purest form. There's not any strings, there's not any worry, there's not anything negative associated to the thing. Love is pure. And it's not tainted. But you can feel tainted love. It's not love, but it's a thing, I believe. And I think that's what happens with me is I see something in these guys that I want, which is stoicism. I recently pieced that together. Every guy I've liked has been a major stoic. And then there's always like a drawback. He was a stoic, but he was crazy. He was a stoic. He was a stoic, but he was mean. He was a stoic, but he was a liar. There's always like a follow-up of like negative trait that I let the stoicism trait overshadow because I was like just incredibly attracted to it. I love stoics. I love their ability to detach because I struggle with that. So I downloaded a stoicism book, and I don't have faith in that helping me because I feel like philosophy books, I don't learn philosophy through books. I feel like I learn it through experience and like videos. But I can't just binge watch videos on it because then I'll also probably forget them. So I like find a guy who's stoic and attached to him because I want his laid back attitude. And I just wanted a guy, which I can reevaluate now, seeing as I had one. I've had boyfriends, but I know my dating life is really complicated to categorize. Anyway, this guy wasn't my boyfriend, but now that I've had someone who I was close to for so much time, kind of overrated. I don't know, I kind of got over it. Like, eventually I started to get annoyed by always having someone around to talk to and stuff, because I overuse it, because I want to be around the person 24/7 because I have OCD, and when we're apart, I wonder if they hate me. So, like, I do too much with it, and I am the one who, like, I will take responsibility for, like, tainting it in its own way, but they play along with it, so I'm not completely the only one guilty here. But yeah, I get attached, and then I get scared that they're gonna leave and that I won't know what to do without them. But I keep going. That's what I do when I go without them. I have a little moment of reinventing myself in one way or another, and I continue on. It's what I've always done. But I have this lack of faith that I can do it again. And I couldn't tell you why. Actually, I can't tell you why. It's because the pain is so big of thinking about how no one loves me in the way that I need it to be done. Oh, I'm gonna start crying. My voice is gonna get all weird. Yeah. It's really hard to think that no one currently loves me the way that I need to be loved, and that it's not necessarily an option because I'm not dating anyone, so there's no potential buildup of it. So I'm just sitting here, not loved, not building love. And that's really hard. Because I want to build love. Not because I'm like a super romantic who just is obsessed with the roses and the flowers and the teddy bears and whatever romantic symbols we have as commodities to purchase. I'm not like crazy about that like lover girl thing. I just want to build love because I don't have any. And it hurts not to have any. Because the world is so cold all the time. And if I just had one person that was the right person, all of that would go away. But I can't get it. I can't get it for reasons that are gonna come to an end, I suppose. Potentially. I don't know. I think I'm gonna end this so I can just sob my eyes out. Okay. So I have this issue where I need something to be obsessed with at all times. I have this issue where I need something to be obsessive about at all times. And I do that because I live through these other people. I am slightly losing it, just a little bit. Why do I need to obsess about someone? Why can't I obsess over myself? I've done it before. I got really bored. So I'm gonna try it again.
Have your own identity and make him earn you.